All right, we're back. Next step is the actual frame, the picture frame. So I've got some of the molding here, and I got my measurements all ciphered out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test, I guess, first. I'm going to try, first of all, doing the cuts on the miter saw. I'm going to do them single at a time. The only thing I found out is that I have to rotate the miter saw, which is kind of a no-no. But this stuff's not that expensive, so if I don't get good exactly mitered corners, I think what I'll do is get it set up here like I've got on the table saw, and I'll use the miter gauge on this guy and cut them on here. That way they're getting done kind of exactly the same way. The problem is with the miter saw, when you rotate it, you're not going to get an exact cut. This 45 and 45 might be 44 and 46 or 45 and 46, who knows. Anyway, I got my measurements, so I'm going to go ahead and double check these and go ahead and put some hearing and eye protection on and give this a try. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm ready to give this a try. Here we go. Close your ears. Got a perfectly clean cut. I mean, wow, amazing. Brand new blade, Diablo blade. See how I did for length. 20 1/2, bingo exactly. Just enough room for glue. All right, now I gotta do another one of those. Is that fun? You get to watch all of this? Okay. All right. Yeah. That's junk. I scrapped that piece. Okay, so I cut that one wrong. This is kind of what happens. I'm worrying about the camera rather than doing the job here. So I'm going to kill the cameras and finish this, and we'll come back to it later on. So here we go. Okay, well, it turns out doing the mitered cuts is a little harder than I thought. Switching the saw back and forth is probably not the best thing, but right now I've got more scrap pieces than I have good pieces, but I have enough stock left. I'm up down to the last piece I have to cut. I've got it all measured, and I'm going to double check it here and throw it on the saw, and we'll see what we get. And then I'm going to put it in the frame clamp that I have and see how well it miters up on the corners, how square, how nice and clean they are. So, I mean, the saw is cut and clean, but at my 45 degrees plus or minus. So I might have to do this all over again after a trip to the depot to get some more materials. But I think I'm ready to go here. So we'll get this last piece cut. Again, I have to flip the saw 45 this way, lock her down. This is the hard thing. Since it's not a level thing, you can't cast the line on top. You have to use lines on the edges, so you have to kind of get down like a gun sight, the way I'm doing it at least, and get a view down in there so I can see where the blade's going to go, because one of them I made wrong because I cut the kerf on the wrong side. The other one because I angled it the wrong way. So I've got that figured out. I think it's just a sighting thing now. So vacuum cleaner's going on, and we'll make this cut and see what we have. Okay, this is the test. These two should match up. Yeah, I cut that one a little bit long, like I was hoping I did, so I might have to trim that one back a little bit, but we're talking less than a 1/16 of an inch, so it might not be needed. So I got my 4 pieces now. The 2 short ones, The two long ones. Okay, now we're on the frame layup table here, so I'm going to try and get this set up and see how well my mitered corners are. This is one of these web type clamps, which is pretty cool. I've never used it before, so this will be a first try. I've got to size everything to fit. So I am working that web through the system right now to make sure I get enough space in there. Looks like I might have enough in there now. Let's get this piece in here. Yep. Something going on here. There. I will study this a little bit more and figure it out. Anyway, next step then is to glue this guy up. So get it all set, glue it up, and let it sit for, I don't know, plenty long enough, probably overnight if I do it in the afternoon. And then the next day, come back and Robin can start working on finishing it. So I'll have the frame sheet is all ready to go, so that's not an issue there. So anyway, this is how it works. This is the table I've got. First time using it. This is going to work out okay. I've just got to fix one of my boards, and I think it should snug up the way I want it to on that last corner. All right. We'll see what happens. Next time we'll be looking at gluing it together.